I've never had so much fun having no idea what's going on. This game could make John Romero go, oh that's too fast. The art style is nice, but you won't have the spare brain function to notice it while you're playing. Keeping up with the movement alone will put you into an REM cycle. Scourge Bringer involves a whole lot of moving, and coincidentally, a whole lot of dodging. I'm not sure the developers even know what blocking is. Your character can wall jump, double jump, infinitely dash, lunge at enemies, and just generally make Sonic feel inadequate. You have a sword and a gun. I chose to see that as a Mega Man Zeroism, but with the style meter in play, you could juxtapose Devil May Cry just as easily. You can air raid the absolute fuck out of people. Every click is a slash, and if you're close enough to slash, you should be slashing. The gun works much like how a gun normally works. Instead of reloading, after a certain amount of slashes, your current gun gains back a certain amount of shots. Where it gets interesting for me is the smash mechanic. The smash slams bullets or enemies towards your cursor. Naturally, you get collateral damage. Enemies don't like it so much when they get a taste of their own lead medicine. The smash can bring enemies into a dazed state or into the stun state. The stun state is important for wombo comboing the crap out of people. We already have quite a few cooks in this game's mechanical kitchen. Now remember, while you're timing your slams to deflect bullets and moving your cursor around to dash and slam towards the right places, you're also clicking like a madman to get all of your slashes in and bullets out. This game is like juggling Rubik's Cubes. Word to the wise, don't play this game like I did. I beat it twice in 5 hours on the first day and my hands are a mess. It's never been this bad before, and I'm telling you man, I'm a gamer. I tore the skin off my thumb doing joystick circles in the Saint Seiya PS2 game. I know pain. The gradual introduction of systems is top notch. For reference, I maxed out my skill tree in about 3 hours. It basically functions like any other action game tutorial. Systems layer on top of each other beautifully. Only a couple of upgrades add raw stats, and you get those early on anyway. The rest is complementary mechanics. You'll want all of them. If you get lucky, or do a boss fight well, or buy from a store, you can get a pure number upgrade to your damage and cooldowns. I'm not sure how I feel about these. On one hand, it's a lot more transparent than traditional roguelike items. On the other hand, if I don't get my money going early, sometimes the lack of upgrades can make bosses go long in the tooth. It's never necessary by any means, but the brazen nature of it being a simple percentage makes me a little bit remiss. If the upgrades aren't interesting, I'm not sure what purpose they serve in changing your playstyle, since they just make you numerically better. All the runs I've won had good upgrades, but they hardly ever felt necessary. That isn't to say money isn't important. You still need some payola to get your hands on a good gun and to grab health and shielding when things go horizontal. It's got me thinking about what the purpose of the items are in the first place in a game like this. The items in Isaac are the game. In Scourge Bringer, they are completely incidental. Of course, the slow attrition of losing, say, 1 health per 8 rooms on average could be pushed to 1 health per 9 rooms on average with better upgrades, but what about that speaks to the design of this game? This isn't new. A lot of roguelites have a dozen of these simply for the sake of having them. Do we really need these anymore? This game's core is more rock solid than Olympic gymnasts. Systems like these kind of feel like putting a thin shirt on said Olympic gymnast. That being said, I'm not the devs of the game. What do I know? I don't have access to the math behind the curtain that shows that 30% more damage enemy X or Y takes less slashes, and thus are easier, etc, etc. I mean, I played this game like Zach Hill plays the drums in Necromancer. I didn't even know what math was there for a few minutes. There's a few other roguelite hallmarks, like Secret Rooms and Nuclear Throne style blessings. The blessings are good. They feel like important decisions since they give sweeping buffs to your damage based on your playstyle. I don't have any complaints about the other systems, just about the focus on numeracy in the items for a game that feel unnumerical. The point is that the internal progression systems don't matter. You start the game incredibly strong, and if you know the attack pattern of the bosses, you are competing against your execution. The sewer level has some hard to avoid damage, but overall I found all the enemies and hazards fair and respectful of the player's agency. I take damage, therefore I am bad. Eventually someone will be able to play this game like Boxster played Brood War, like Mozart played piano. Scourge Bringer has more polish than the Boot Factory. This game doesn't have a lot of content, but it's difficult, replayable, and satisfying as all hell. Scourge Bringer could be my Tetris, if only I had younger hands. Again, my palms are in great pain. There's this accessibility menu here, please use it. You can turn slash into hold click, which is a much better idea than what I did to my index finger. If it still looks horrifically fast, you can turn the speed down in said accessibility menu. I recommend doing this if you're struggling. There's a need for the mechanics to be fast because, aside from the bosses, the enemies have very simple attack patterns. That being said, this is a video game, and if this digital toy is operating above your comfort zone, you can climb your way up to 100 rather than starting there. Scourge Bringer is on Game Pass, and I really like it. I'm still getting Royal Rumble in the New Game Plus mode. if you aren't going to play the game, give the soundtrack a listen. It's also nice. It's kind of Nuclear Throne, kind of the older From Software games. I'll probably have to put the game down for handheld sooner rather than later. I'm still putting in too many hours. If that isn't a testament to craft, I don't know what is.